Ahoy, friends. It's me, Dave Landau. After a long night on stage, I like to kick back with a captain's hat and a fine cigar and watch the Dennis and Andy show. These guys are huge nerds, but they're the kind that you actually want to hang out with. Enjoy them. I do.
Back us on Indiegogo. What is up, everybody? I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. This is a Monday afternoon. This is not Wednesday at 5 p.m. It's Monday at 10 of 5 p.m. But we just got back from seeing Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
We did.
You're not going to do it? Wakanda Forever.
Oh.
Hold on. Wait, like this. Wakanda, Star Trek, Wakanda Forever.
We'll improve on that.
That's right. So we saw it. My daughter just couldn't wait till Thursday when I want to go. We were out of town all weekend. Let's say hi to some people. Prater, what is up? Blackjack, hail to you. Marcus, at work, I'll be back. Dennis always looks thrilled when he's sitting next to me.
I know. You just feel the energy.
We're nerds.
We are nerds. But we were gone all weekend. We were in Nashville. It was a long weekend. Long drive there, long drive back. But it was well worth it. We got to see Steven Crowder, Dave Landau on stage, and it was amazing.
That's right. Dave Landau was hilarious. I wish I could remember the name of the opener. The opener was a comedian named Matt. Forgot his last name, unfortunately, but he was good. Dave Landau came out second. He blew the doors off, and then Steven Crowder did a really tight set, really funny as well. It was a great show. Blackjack says, guys, don't forget you can't get that 3 hours back. I'm not really that... What's up, Amish Ninja? And congratulations on your fantasy team so far this year. Just when I thought you couldn't get any lower. Anyhow... So this is going to be spoiler free because the movie did just open up, so we don't want to ruin it with spoilers and stuff. We figure a couple weeks from now we can come back on, we can do a little spoiler filled review then.
And then we can get some heated debate with you guys over this.
Yeah, we can get in some heated
debate. But in the meantime, we just want to give you our opening impressions, how to see it, what we thought, and we can do, the hard stuff later.
Exactly. Wow is right. I mean, every Monday after fantasy's over, you must say that when you see how well your team did. Who's worse, him or his son? I can't remember.
Amish Ninja is the bottom dweller this year with a solid 1 win. Congratulations. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
You're keeping Andy in the playoffs, just letting you know.
You and your son are keeping me in the playoffs, and congratulations on the first round draft pick. Moving on. So, it started off before they did the whole Marvel Studios thing. It started off addressing the death of T'Challa, which I thought they did well. I thought it was done well.
Yeah, the opening credits with the new Marvel intro was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a solid. It was done in the nice purple. So there's no spoilers there.
No.
But it was just a really nice little thing that they did. So that was solid.
What's up, Travis? Hello, Joe. How about them Cowboys? I knew they'd lose. And I'm not just saying that either, Joe. Dennis can vouch for me. I said before the game began, it's the Cowboys. It's the Packers. Packers have lost 5 in a row. The Cowboys will find a way to lose the game, and they did.
He did. We watched it. He had it on the phone and watched it while we were driving. Obviously, at that point, we weren't driving. Andy watched it pretty much the whole time, and
the whole time.
He did. He called it. So kudos for that Nostradamus pick.
That's right. You did beat me week 1, but let's not live in the past. Let's live in the present. And I'm quite a few spots above you. Anyhow, moving on. So the Marvel Studios logo came in.
And we did see this in 3D. So we got the opportunity to see it in 3D. I always like 3D movies. So we'll talk more about that later, but just wanted to prep you guys.
That's right. So the Marvel Studios logo comes in, and instead of the typical where it's red and it shows all the heroes from the past movies and stuff, it was all Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman based. It was lit with purple. Very nice, very classy.
Yep.
Obviously, we can talk about stuff that's from the trailer. So I'm trying to, because we want to keep this spoiler free. So they did introduce Riri Williams, which we knew they were going to do. I thought the actress did a really good job. I like the actress. I like her personality. I like what she did. So when her show's on Disney Plus, I'll probably give it a watch because I like the actress. I didn't mind what they did with her in the story either, because once again, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but I think they introduced Riri Williams, 6-7 years ago now?
Yeah, I still remember the issue. It came out in Invincible Iron Man, but I think on my end of it, I thought it was a complete waste and time consumer for this. There was no reason for her to be in it. She didn't do a bad job with what she was given. I didn't like the looks of the armor, but that's a separate side point. But her entire presence in the movie, you could have deleted her out completely, shortened the film up, and it wouldn't have detracted a single iota from this movie.
That is true. 100% true. It was just a setup for her TV show, and that was basically it. They could have easily changed the story slightly, and she wouldn't have been in it, because she didn't play like this super integral part, even in the battle scene in the end of the movie. Namor, gotta say, wasn't a fan with the whole Aztec type deal in the trailer, and they didn't sell me during the movie either. Nothing against the actor, but I said it when I saw the trailers. The dude could have tried to tighten his diet up a little bit more just to get a little more shredded. Beefy wise, he's big enough. Swimmers don't have to be over Chris Hemsworth size. This dude could have just shredded that diet a little harder. I cannot believe the producers and stuff weren't like, hey pal, how about work on your diet a little bit? The whole Aztec thing, just honestly dumb. I'm sorry, it's just dumb. They didn't need to do it. They could have stuck with Atlantis. They could have stuck with Namor from the comics with the widow's peak and the big eyebrows and stuff.
The wings. So he did have the wings,
were cool,
which you saw in the trailer, on his feet, and that was fantastic. And they did a lot with it. His abilities were solid. There was no reason to actually change his, they could have done it as Atlantean. Yes, absolutely. Totally. And they should have.
And the thing is, we were talking about this on a drive back, the underwater shots of the city, none of the underwater shots of the city, to me, if they just kept the exact same city design, but made it Atlantis. None of that underwater design stuff. I was like, oh, it's Aztec. The only Aztec feel you got were from the character designs. And besides Namor, they could have kept the exact same actors, I felt, as well. The one thing, and maybe I'm wrong, is they didn't explain why they were blue out of water and white, regular flesh color underwater, Namor's people. I mean, Namor, we know why he is, well, in this, Aztec looking skin color wise and stuff, but they never explained it, from what I could tell, with the other people. But they could have kept the exact same cast, could have just said it was Atlantis. They would have had to cast, well, hell, honestly, they could have played Namor. They could have really used the same actor and gave him the haircut, gave him the eyebrows, take all that Aztec crap off, and just never said
because
what he is.
The entire Aztecian thing was basically the above surface world stuff that was your surroundings. It was so different. Correct. It was so different. It was completely unnecessary. There was no reason to change his origin on it.
I mean, I guess. Now, I do like this. Angela Bassett should have been the new Black Panther or Black Cougar. Amen to that, dude. I leaned over to Dennis when she showed up. Well, I mean, she was in the very first scenes of the movie at the funeral and stuff, but when she showed up at the United Nations or wherever the hell they were at, I leaned over to Dennis and I was like, she is just so attractive.
64 years old, and she still got it. So
63 when it was filmed, but close enough.
Close enough. Hair. She still looks great. I mean, and she has a presence. She really stole whenever she was on the screen. She really did steal the entire screen presence.
She did. Angela Bassett is just gorgeous. She is just fantastic when she's on screen. I'm trying to. What else without spoilers?
Well,
here?
we can talk a little bit. I mean, we all kind of figured. Letitia Wright, as I really loved her in the first movie. I thought she was sister, adorable.
Right? Yeah, Black Panther.
Yeah. And they needed her to carry this movie, which we all kind of knew. And she's a good actress. And there were many parts I thought she did really well for again, how it was written. There were just certain aspects that I didn't think she nailed.
The hard thing with this movie is I don't know if there's a plan for Black Panther 3, but she doesn't have the presence to carry a whole movie by herself. I'm sorry, she just doesn't. When she's on screen, it's like, okay, it's like anybody, like he said, Angela Bassett on screen carries a movie. Yes. She's that level. Could this girl become that level after years in the industry? Maybe, but as of right now, I can't see her carrying a Black Panther movie by herself, and she probably wouldn't. They've got, the bodyguards, was it the Dora Milaje and Malagini or whatever they're called? There is for Phase 6. Wow. Okay. Did not know that. What is up, Joe?
I can't see it being called Black Panther. I could see it being a Wakanda movie. I mean, just the way that they set everything up, unless it takes place way in the future. But anyway.
Well, no, because they're trying to stick with the timelines and stuff. This movie pretty much sticks with the timeline. I mean, yes and no. It's obviously a year after the funeral. That's the one spoiler. Movie takes place a year after the very opening of the funeral of T'Challa. But I don't know. I don't see. I think the next Black Panther would just be Black Panther, blah blah blah. This was Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Yeah. The next one will be Black Panther, and then another name.
It probably will. It's just I don't know. It lost a lot of its luster in this. This movie suffered from the fact that they tried to do too much in the movie. And the three parts of the movie. The beginning part was solid. It was the intro. You got to understand it. I kind of enjoyed, especially the very beginning. The middle entire section of the movie, I almost dozed twice. I was surprised at just how long and drawn out stuff was. And like I said, too much Riri didn't need to be in it. That whole thing was just over the top, plus what they were doing. And then the ending, the fight scenes, the CG was good, much better than the stuff that we've seen on Disney Plus.
Oh, of course.
However, the fight scenes, there were just a number of things that didn't make a lot of sense, and about the way that they wrapped it up. And then they got a nice ending. Again, that was your really good Chadwick Boseman, send off. I really enjoyed that. And then there is a mid-credit scene, which you need to stay for.
Yeah. No after credit.
Which was very well done.
It was. And, that hurt her performance is all the other actors around her had way stronger presence. And that is 100% true,
Absolutely.
I thought. Honestly, I thought Riri had a better presence on screen than Shuri did, yes. That actress. And once again, nothing against the actress, but... when Riri was on screen doing her thing, I just was more keyed in on her. The epilogue scene tells you why they have set it up. It does. Yep. But once again, if the third Black Panther movie takes place, I don't know, a decade from now? Because we're not going to spoil the mid-credit scene, but if the third Black Panther takes place a decade from now... then sure, I could see that with proper casting and stuff.
And a good storyline. And they did set some of that up, so it's good. Now we'll adjust the 3D part. So we mentioned we saw it in 3D, had nice seats for it. And folks, if you're planning on seeing it in 3D, don't spend your money.
Nah.
There was we got to see Avatar and John Wick at the beginning for the trailers. The Avatar 3D part was way better than anything in Black Panther.
I'm still not sold on seeing Avatar. I just don't care, but maybe we'll see it.
It was an important movie, the original one, because it was the first time my kids experienced 3D. And like when the little white stuff was falling, my kids were trying to pick it out. It was amazing. The special effects were phenomenal.
Well, it's funny because when the white stuff was falling in the first Avatar and his kids were trying to pick it out, they were like, "Oh my God, this is like Daddy's dandruff. I'm just trying to get it after he combs his hair and it flakes onto the back of his shirt."
Something your kids would never have to worry about saying.
No, they don't, because I keep it tight so I don't have dandruff. That's the real reason.
That's the real reason.
What is this? John Wick 3 made me not want to see Why? I can't wait for John Wick 4. I didn't mind John Wick 3.
John Wick 4, I think looks. This looks great. I'm loving what they're doing with the 4. So we'll see as it comes out. But I am excited for 4. But all in all, don't pay the extra money if you're going to rush out to see this. It's not worth seeing in 3D. It added some depth to the field. But honestly, the fighting scenes, all the cool stuff you would have expected in this, the 3D was not at all impressive. John Wick was fantastic.
The 3D wasn't. He just mad you have hair, Andy. Oh. The art of work between BP1, the snap timeline, that could be 78 years, so jump 10 years. And yeah, BP3 could make sense, usually a coming of age timeline. Well, yeah, but BP1 to now was 78 years, including the snap. If they do a Black Panther 3 in 3 years or 4 years, they try to stick to their timeline pretty tight, so it would still just be 4 years from now. And without spoiling the epilogue, I don't know if that would work. Julie Louis-Dreyfus is in it, so I thought that was really cool. What's the actor's name? Freeman. Martin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Martin Freeman's back. For the amount he's in it, he's always good in that role.
Yeah, he was fun. Again, this didn't suffer from... There really wasn't any bad acting in it. All the actors and actresses that showed up did good. I said the weak link really was Letitia Wright, and she wasn't awful. She was just overshown. But all in all, I can't fault the movie. The writing was just they fit too much in, and that's what this movie suffered from. And they did too much. I would have liked to have seen a little more of Namora and Atuma.
It's not Atuma.
Right? I really wish they would have devoted more, take Riri out and put more emphasis on them. I would have really liked to get some of their backstories. So a lot of that stuff felt rushed, but when it's that long of a movie, they obviously couldn't fit anything more in, because I already had to get up and go to the bathroom once from drinking my large soda.
Yeah, I didn't actually get bored in the middle of it. It didn't, for as long as the movie was, and from some of the previews or some of the reviews I saw from other people that didn't like it, and said the middle really dragged and they fell asleep, I never really got that feeling of drag, and it didn't really feel like he did. I didn't get the feeling of drag, and I didn't get a ton of feeling. It wasn't like I've seen obviously lots of people bag on it, and I've seen the people saying it's just the best thing under the sun, and I don't think it's that. Rob Hunter, what's up, Rob? Rob says way too long.
So Rob hates everything.
Yeah, Rob
Andy
hates everything.
likes everything. So I mean, you can feel that this movie's in the middle.
It is in the middle. What would you CGC grade?
So for the grade, now again, we're not going to tell you either to see it or not to see it. I am giving this a 5.0.
Oh, that's lower than I thought.
I thought, like I said, the beginning I thought had a really nice touch. The ending I thought had a really nice touch. And there were some interesting parts in there and some interesting character development that I like to see as a callback to the first one with some of the characters. But other than that, this movie was not all that exciting. And the first Black Panther was way, way, way better.
Angry Gamer, the Pale Blue Eye movie coming to Netflix. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I'll have to look that one up. I don't recall that. You sit at a drawing table most days, so long stretches of time ain't nothing. That's true. Joe says 5 out of 10 DNA molecules. Atlantis turned Mayan was the worst. Yeah, Rob, you missed it. We already bagged on that. There was no reason to do that. Nope. They could have kept the exact same cast. They could have kept the guy that was playing Namor and just gave him the proper Namor haircut and eyebrows.
And called himself Namor.
And they never had to address race or anything like that, and it still would have worked.
They chose to do that and go out of their way.
Yeah.
So, Andy,
really
what
did.
are you giving it?
I'm actually giving it a 6.5, so I'm not super high up above Dennis's 5.0 rating. I'm at a 6.5 on it. Black Panther 1 was better. But that's because I'm a misogynist and I just like a man Black Panther, baby. No, this movie, sequels always usually drop down a little bit. This movie did. Yes, Shuri gets the Panther power. We all knew that. So she is stronger and stuff. But good Lord, when she was in the Black Panther costume, she looked like a teenage boy in the costume.
But we will really address that when we do our full review.
Yes, because
there's a lot that we really want to say that we can't say until you've all had a real chance to see it.
That's right. In a couple weeks, we'll do a full, good spoiler review. And I'm thinking right now, maybe we'll have our buddy Rob Hunter on if he would like to join us for the spoiler-filled Black Panther review in a few weeks.
But what we do want you to do is definitely make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and join us on Andy's channel and the DNA channel. But leave your comments down below. Tell us what you thought, what you would give it, and the CGC rating. And then when we do our full review, we'll really start digging into it.
Oh, this is funny. Hail! I never thought I'd like Black Adam more. What did you like more, Black Adam or
Black Adam, hands down.
I like Black Adam more as well. All right, now on to any important stuff. Any new Bart Sears art for the Kor-Drath module? Not yet. Hopefully we'll get the inks this week, and then I can get it off.
Onto the important
stuff. To Dan Lawless for color. And I love spoiling movies. And we'll do it in a couple weeks. And Rob, you will be on the show with us as we do it. So just telling you now, Black Adam was better, exactly. But you know what's great? What's even better is as was brought up, Kor-Drath, The Reckoning, guys. That's what you need to go and back. If you haven't backed it already, the campaign is now in the in-demand phase. You can still get everything, that cover, the wraparound Virgin cover. Unfortunately, you can only get the black and white line art cover of Buds. And,
Not unfortunately. Fortunately, you still have a way to get it by doing the Everything tier.
Get the Everything tier, but you can get his color cover. Oh, look at that. It's animation. Bing, bing. You can get the color Kor-Drath Bud Root cover all by itself. The artist edition, go grab that. Oversized hardcover featuring all the artwork scanned from the black and white art in full color. The Lilneth trading card is unfortunately just for people that signed up for the campaign. You can get cover E, the Conan homage cover. Lilneth t-shirt. Get yourself a beanie. Keep your head nice and warm whether you have hair like Dennis or don't like me. Beanies are nice. And, of course, read the book. Play the game with the Kor-Drath The Reckoning game module. 24 pages at the least. Could be more. Bart Sears is the cover artist, so you can actually play it. And there is Bart's pencils for it. So once this is inked, we will get some color on it from Dan Lawless, and that'll be up there. But most importantly, guys, we are less than $800 away from the next stretch goal, which is the Shattered Reach map. It's a 7x10 heavy stock, full color, as you can see, map. So if you've backed the campaign, thank you so much. If you haven't, go check it out. Link is in the description below. And get to this because everybody will get this map. This is a stretch goal along with the other two character cards of Kor-Drath and Adriana as well. So go check that out too. And let's see what we got here. Read some more comments. Rob, the boat sinks at the end of the Titanic. Rob knows that was his favorite part of the movie.
It is.
Sign up for Death Raider as well. Go search that. Search Rob's name. Can't wait to add it to your collection. Thank you so much, Rob. Disney, well, I can't say they won't because let's be honest. If they back a money truck up, I'd have a hard time saying no. Unless the money truck contains, $100, then I could turn that down.
That's not a money truck. That's a money
well,
Tonka.
It's a money, right? It's a money Tonka. If they back up the money Tonka with like $1,000, I'd say no. Evil One, I'd rather watch a Kor-Drath movie than suffer through another Marvel. Well, thank you so much.
And maybe one day that'll happen.
Glad you like the homage cover. So do I. I know there are no wrenches currently watching this to post the link. I mean,
well, we also didn't give a lot of notice. We just went and said we just need to do one real quick. So, there wasn't a lot of time. Everybody's busy, and that's okay. But we love the fact that many of you hopped on right after we posted it.
But there it is. There's the link I just posted. And one technical question, is that generally as far as Bart goes with pencils if he's inking himself? Generally, yes. That's about as much as he'll pencil. He might tighten up a face or the hands a little bit more, but generally that's about it when he's inking himself.
Just wait for that final product.
That's right. It'll blow your mind. Guys, until Wednesday when we have Steve Dye on, creator of Rocket Magazine, now live on Indiegogo. Rocket #1 came out last year. It was really good. It's a good comic book fanzine magazine. Rocket #2 comes out next year. The funding is live now. He's going to be on the show Wednesday to talk about it. So join us for that at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. And until
I was going to say, I'm going to try and do an unboxing tomorrow. I picked something up in Nashville. So some of you nerds that were Knight Rider fans will get to see something that I have never seen before. So I had to buy it. So I'll do that. I don't know if I'll do it live. I just may do it pre-recorded, but just watch. I'll post it on the DNA channel.
Wow. When you said you were unboxing something you've never seen before, my first thought was, you have lady parts in a box?
That would not be what a normal person would think of.
That's what I thought of. All right, guys.
I said normal.
Until Wednesday, We will catch you guys later, and I'm looking for this. All right, guys, see you Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Steve died. Join us then. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!